So since this video is covering Sith lightsaber techniques, I thought I'd bust out my Kylo Ren lightsaber again, even though he's not even close to being a Sith. But I definitely just wanted to show this off for you guys on the new camera, because it's kind of sick. Watch this. Ready? Oh, ready? Ready? I'm gonna block a freaking blaster firing already. Oh. It's kind of awesome. It is quite large, so I can't really move it around too much in here. But imagine being a Sith and trying to fight against a well-trained Jedi, and you're barely even trained yourself. I feel like that'd be quite difficult. The sound of this lightsaber is excellent too. I feel like they did such a good job on this model. I'm gonna bring the mic a bit closer here. Ready? And there's also the blade lock. I actually did that right. I love it. But that's enough of that. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to love it and like it and subscribe it. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Jedi's point of view here, and today we're going to be doing some more coverings of the Book of the Sith. And I'm still on Darth Bane's entries here, so we are into personal combat, lightsaber construction, and just the way the Sith use lightsabers and view lightsaber combat. So this entry is very interesting, so don't forget to like the video if you guys haven't already. Subscribe for more, and let's just read on, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so this one's quite quick here. Personal combat. I have stated that the Force is venom. Because you are a Sith Lord, you realize the truth in my words. You cannot dilute our power. You must also keep yourself strong, not only in numbers, but in combat. The purest expression of victory is through combat. I will not permit my legacy to become a blurred copy of a copy. These pages contain what you must know if you wish to defeat an enemy with a lightsaber or with the Force. Do not rely solely on what your own master has taught you. Study these arts, drink directly from the source. Big yawn, big boy. Alright. So basically Bane there is saying that you can't just rely on what your master's taught you because he doesn't know everything either. So lightsaber construction. The lightsaber is the weapon of a Sith Lord. Properly wielded, it is an extension of your body, a limb that requires no conscious thought to move or position. If you lose your lightsaber, it should feel as if you have suffered an amputation. The Jedi also carry lightsabers. They harvest their lightsaber crystals from a mine. The Sith, however, have long had a superior alternative. Raw elements cooked in a brood furnace will produce an artificial crystal, one that can generate an energy blade that will burn with a bright crimson light. So removing the dross from a forged Sith crystal. That's some cool art right there. And then because this artificial crystal is forged through dark side meditation, it carries the essence of your will. Know that your red blade is strong and can break the green and blue blades of a Jedi. Such results are proof that an individual can overcome anything found in nature. And then there's a couple comments here. So Quinlan Voss says, I'd love to have an edge in combat, but this is wishful thinking by the Sith. Red blades are weaker than, and they're the ones that break. Jedi don't like artificial crystals anyways, not when there are such beauties on Ilum. And then Sidious goes, this is what has become of the Jedi, watered down and weak. Luke says, the lightsaber is a mechanical construct, but I believe that the use of a natural crystal helps to link it to the living Force. Which is true. So we're on to Sith lightsaber variants. So this little art here is kind of amazing. I like the sketches of the saber designs here. The remaining components of the lightsaber can be assembled from everyday materials or the rarest of metals. It matters little so long as the crystalline heart has been forged by your will. The other elements, a power cell, an emitter matrix, and a magnetic emitter ring or focusing lens, will be placed around the red shard within the hilt. The crystal is special, but these pieces are replaceable. Use them, replace them, but always ensure that the crystal and the blade are bright and strong. Depending on your chosen fighting style, you may incorporate innovations in your lightsaber hilt that will aid you. You should not care for ceremony, only for results. If an innovation works, do not hesitate to use it. If it proves superfluous, remove it immediately. So blade lock, a small notch added next to the activation stud will make it possible to leave the blade extended after it leaves your hand. This is useful for throwing, but can prove dangerous if the lightsaber is jarred out of your hands or buffed with a force push. So locking the blade into position will turn your lightsaber into a javelin. That's pretty lit. Then you have Luke leaving some things here. He says, these hilt variations are interesting. Streen, one of my former students, built a hidden compartment in his lightsaber to hold the New Republic credit chips. Weirdo. So he has a pressure grip. So this customization replaces an activation stud and assures that the lightsaber will ignite only when held. If you align the pressure grip with your unique biology, you'll be the only one who can activate it. That's interesting. I like that a lot. Force activation. With this configuration, the circuit that connects the power cell to the crystal can only be completed with your mental energy. Only you can wield such a lightsaber, but if your attention lags during combat, the blade may blink off. So Beskar hilt. Beskar, also known as Mandalorian iron, is resistant to a lightsaber blow. This material is extremely rare, but if you choose to incorporate it into your hilt design, it could be used to intercept a Jedi blade. So you can actually block a lightsaber with your lightsaber hilt. That's awesome. Then we go into Lightsaber Combat now. So that's some pretty cool. It looks like what's it? Like a Saw's Ventress there? No, that's a guy. Okay, so strong style is only suitable for the powerful. So let's see here. Seems to be very controversial on this next page. There's lots of comments here. You have Sidious writing, you have Luke and Quinlan Voss. So the Jedi teach 6 forms of lightsaber combat. This is excessive and a waste of time. There is no need for a Sith Lord to study any form that does not channel one's aggressions. A battle should end quickly. At every moment, one should be assessing the ways to dispatch one's opponent. Select the most direct method. So there are 2 key forms of lightsaber combat. A Sith must master strong style and fast style. The latter emphasizes footwork, speed, precision, and acrobatics. With some exceptions, and such as the tactics of my own apprentice, fast style is rarely suited for a Sith. The dark side supplies us with strength, and that strength must be used. Hate makes us powerful. Strong style is expressed as Gemso, an ancient philosophy that requires you to combine your body weight and your muscular strength with the energizing drug of anger, so that your execution of your blows will land with enough force to crack armor. When used for defense, Gemso turns an attack back on the attacker. If you deflect a blade at a vulnerable angle, it will draw your opponent in close enough for a gutting slash or an elbow to the face. Deflecting a blow may also draw your enemy into a blade lock, which is easily won with the strength of your arms and the power of your hate. Another facet of strong style defense is Shien, or blocking incoming blaster fire. When generating this defense, some choose to use a reverse grip on the lightsaber hilt. Sith Shien should be a temporary measure used only long enough to shorten the blade distance between you and your opponent, or to recover from a kill so that you may find your next target. Deflecting bolts against your attackers can be useful, but be aware that this tactic is a waste of your physical prowess. Any combat situation or style can be enhanced by the use of Dun Mok. This tactic employs taunts and verbal attacks to weaken your enemy's will. It takes only a few words to expose your opponent's lack of confidence and to lay it out to manipulate. And then let's see what Luke has to say here. He says, my style is a hybrid, but I've built it on what I now understand is considered the Jedi Form 5. Even the more aggressive Jedi styles emphasize defense, while the Sith only seem to care about attack. Quinlan Voss goes, with the Sith, everything is overkill. There's no need for the killing. When I knock somebody down, they stay down. And then Sidious underlined Dun Mok. Dun Mok may backfire. If it provokes an enemy to mindless anger, but rage opens the enemy to the dark side, which can be exploited in its own way. So basically, you don't want to use it on the wrong person, because then they can just kill you with their own dark side power. There is a third style. Though it is exceedingly difficult, it is called Joyo, or as my blade masters obscurely referred to it, Vapod, and is a style of the Jedi foolishly forbid. The key to this style is the same as our core belief: emotion, not peace, will lead to victory. With Juyo, you must give yourself over to the sensations you feel in the heat of battle, hatred for your enemies, fury toward their actions, and fear that they may prevail. Yes, fear. It is foolish to cover this emotion behind pride. Fear of death, fear of loss, and fear of chaos are primal motivators. Fear can be your fuel, not fool. I'm a fool for saying that. Juyo is based on quick strikes and unpredictable attacks, but you are not fully embracing the style unless your emotions ignite your senses and elevate your abilities. But do not succumb completely to your emotions. You are a Sith Lord, not an animal. As you take aim and fight through the tunnel of rage, you will experience transcendence in that moment. You are a perfect being and cannot be beaten. You are at last embraced within Juyo. So Juyo is the mastery of control, not the loss of it. That's what underneath the picture says here. I think that's some cool art for you guys as well. Buddy with the double-bladed lightsaber, and then over here it says using the Saber Staff, so we'll get into that in just a second. Luke says, unless they overwhelm an enemy right away, most Sith Lords will eventually lose in a lightsaber duel. Without peace, you can't keep your mind clear. Without peace, you forget technique. He's on to something there. Using the Saber Staff. The double-bladed lightsaber or Saber Staff has been known as a Sith weapon since the time of Exar Kun. I studied under the Blade Master Kasim and learned its secrets. It is a difficult weapon. The Saber Staff may be constructed as a single piece, or it may simply be two interlocking saber hilts that can be detached for two-handed combat. It is best used in wide, sweeping movements while the hilt remains close to the body. It requires a firm stance and a two-handed grip. Novices are likely to injure themselves while training, which will expose the flaws in their techniques. Punishment can be a great teacher. And then Quinlan Voss says, a Sith weapon? Jedi use these all the time, like Master Gileric, and I guess that's it. Maybe it is a Sith weapon. And then Sidious goes, it is a Sith weapon, but one suited for the barbarians among us. So he just roasted the fuck out of Maul, because obviously Maul uses the Saber Staff. Do not be confused into thinking there are two blades. The blades are connected. If you know the position of one, you know the position of the other. But when both blades are in motion, you can choose to extinguish one blade and surprise your enemy with a sword-fighting lunge or riposte. The Saber Staff is ideal for defeating multiple opponents as well as for defending against blaster fire. The broad energy barrier created by whirling Saber Staffs is impenetrable when deployed by a Sith Lord, one who possesses the precognitive ability to sense the timing and vector of a threat. But this type of barrier defense should be used only temporarily, while you close the distance separating you from your attacker to deliver a fatal slash. So in the right hands, the Saber Staff doubles the threat posed by a lightsaber. And got some cool concept art there as well. But he's getting owned by another Sith. Then he says, do you feel you must learn everything from your master, or that you must shoulder the burden of every instruction to your apprentice? The Island Novagard, the Nakato Morgukui, and the Seigu Deverishes have all elevated combat into an art form. Hire those who prove useful to your combat education, or employ them as assassins or guards. Among their members, look for those who may be touched by the Force. They could become your acolytes or a pool from which you could pluck your next apprentice. However, if they learn more of our ways than are comfortable sharing, kill them. So I like that. Darth Bane knows what's up. And then in the next video here, we're going to cover Sith Armor, which is one of the last entries of Darth Bane's book, and then you go into dark side combat and all the dark side spells that are in this book, which I did cover in another video, the dark side techniques that the Jedi have forbidden, but in this book I'm sure there are some that we haven't covered. So thanks for watching as always, guys, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more, because I know like 60% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, so just hit that subscribe button and you can watch more Star Wars content every 2 or 3 days is when I post my videos. And as always, may the Force be with you.